Okay, so last time we did a graph of a square root, right? And then we change it into story form. And by using the story form, we are able to get points for the new one. Let's try similar thing, but instead we are using a single point, okay? And then try to figure out the new point. So question 5 on page 23, right? So everybody turn to page 23. So here we have a point -3, 5 is a point on the graph y equal f of x plus 3, right? So this point is on this one. Usually they will tell you the point is on the original, like question 4, right? If you try to compare, right? 0042 is on the basic, right? So this one, it doesn't have any RST. However, this one, it already has something, right? It's not on the very basic one. It's on something that's already transformed. And then it's asking what must be the point on each of the following graphs. So we have 4 of them, okay? So just think about the story that has happened. And then I don't think this one is not doable, okay? I think you can try it first. And then I will let you try question A first, okay? And see what everyone gets. Okay, so give you once you get the answer, okay, please raise your hand, okay, for question A. And if anyone has no idea at all at what to do, I can try to give you some hint, okay, to help you just start it. So everybody try. So your answer will be a point, okay? We want to find out where the new point is. Okay, Cindy, Samantha, Tiana, any questions? Do you have any, are you stuck or do you need any hint?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so usually, okay, they will give you a point and then they will say it's on y equal f of x, right? Usually this one will be the basic, okay? However, this time they say the point is on this one, right? On the f of x plus 3. So the -3, 5 is on something that's already having some story in it. Do you follow so far, Cindy?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you need to think about if it's already on something that's transformed, what was the basic? Like for question A, is actually thinking backwards, okay? Because normally we go from basic and then turn it into f of x plus 3, right? But then this time they give you a point that's already on the transformed and then wants you to go back find out where was the point when it was in the basic form. Okay, so from the basic, right, follow the blue line into the right side, right? Oops. Into right to the right. What's the story? If I have x plus 3, what does that mean?
That's the function.
Yeah, what's the story? Is it related to r, s, or t?
OT.
Yes, okay. So what does that tell you to do?
Translate
Which way?
left 3.
Yeah, very good. Okay, so the blue one is left 3, right? If we go from left to go from f of x and then becomes f of x plus 3, it means it goes, the points move to the left 3. So now if I want to go back, what do we need to do?
Right 3.
Yeah. Okay, because all the question that you had before, it's always starting from f of x and then ask you to transform. But this time they give you a point that's already transformed, already moving left 3, right? Because negative 3, 5 is on the one that has been moved. So you want to go back, find out where was it. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so negative 3, 5 is on the x plus 3. Okay, so let's get some answer. Trudy, what's your answer for the point for A?
I'm not sure if it's right, but I got
All right.
0, 5.
0, 5. Okay, 0, 5. How about William?
Same answer.
Same answer. Okay, Donna?
Yeah.
Yeah means same. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Ray?
Same answer.
Same answer. Okay, yeah. Okay, so basically we if we follow the same explanation, right? Negative 3, 5, you could if you cannot imagine the point in the head, you could draw it out, right? Right. Negative 3 negative 3, 5 was on the left, right? And go up 5, so be here. Right? And then you want to move it. This blue dot is after you move left 3. So you want to move back. Right, move right 3 points, right? So it'll be the red one. So your final point will be at 0, 5. Okay, so 0, 5 will be the final, will be the point on the basic. And then once you get the basic point, then you can start from that, try to find the answer for B, C, and D. Okay, does that make sense? If they give you something that's on the transform part, okay, then you go backwards, turning to basic first, and then use that to find everything else. Okay, otherwise it will be too confusing, right? If you start with x plus 3. So remember, for all of these questions, you don't need to sub in values. Okay, the common mistake I see in the past year is they see x, right, and then they start to plug in negative 3 into the x and then do something. Okay, so you're not supposed to do that. You need to think about the stories. Okay, so now from 0, 5. So please using 0, 5 as the starting and try to do question B, C, and D. Okay, so once you get the answer for the 3 points, please raise your hand, okay? So now it's similar to the question in your homework, right? Homework is, it was question 1B, right? You have a point and ask you to find a new point. So the starting point, you use 0, 5. And if anyone doesn't know how to start, let me know, okay, what to do first. all of BCD, okay? Does anyone need hint for the questions? Okay, Eric, Samantha, Tiana, which questions are you on? Do you have any trouble?
I'm just on D.
Okay,
I'm on C.
okay, no worries. Samantha, which question are you working on?
C.
Okay. Okay, I will go over the answer for B first. Okay, so let's get answers from some of you. Donna, what do you have for B?
Don't ask me, please.
No, why not?
Because I don't want to say
Exactly.
it.
Huh?
I don't want to say it.
I feel sad when you reject. Cindy, how about you? What's your answer?
For B,
Yep,
0, -4.
0, -4. Okay. Ray,
Same.
same. Trudy,
I got 3, -4.
3, -4. Okay. William,
0, -4.
0, -4. Okay. All right. So let's check the first one. Okay. I mean, question B. So what you need to do is start with the story form, right? Because only the story form can tell you what to do with the points, right? So if we move everything over, so I believe by now you should know how to change the story form. So I'm just gonna write it out, okay? And if you're not sure how I get that, please ask me how I get a story form, okay? And then you can catch up from here, right? Know where you are missing. So once you get the story form, this tells you that you get 2 reflections, right? And then you also have a translation going up by 1, right? There's no stretching, no shrinking because of 1. Anything times 1, it doesn't change, right? So if we do step by step, right, you start from 0, 5 with a 2 reflection. So what you need to do is just take the points, multiply by the number underneath, right? Both of them times -1. So it will become 0, -5, right? After that, we need to move it up 1, right? Remember, the subtracting means you either go up or go to the right. And because it's with the y, so you have to apply to the y, right? So if you go up, the -5 will plus 1, right? Think about direction. So it should be 0, -4. Okay, so it's okay if you get it wrong the first time, right? Now you know what you did wrong, right? So this should be the answer. Okay, let's check answer for C. Any question about B? Okay, B should be easier than C, right? Now question C, let's get some answer, okay? Donna, you have to give yours, okay? I let you skip B. Hello, Donna?
Thanks.
No, you have to say it. What do you have? Hello, Donna? Hey, why are you not, turn on your mic?
RIP.
Okay. Wow, okay. William, how about you? What's your answer?
I am also RIP.
Huh? RIP, rest in peace?
Yes. I'm resting in peace.
Do you have the answer for C?
Yes, I do.
What's yours?
0, -3.
0, -3, okay. Eric? What do you have? Eric?
I have 5, 2.
5, 2?
Yeah.
Okay, 5, 2, okay. Tiana?
0, -3.
0, -3, so same as William, okay.
Yeah.
Cindy?
Same as William.
Okay. Ray?
Same as William.
Okay. Samantha? Did you guys C?
No.
You don't have the answer?
No.
No? Okay, so let's go over this one, right? What's special about question C? Donna, can you answer that? How is it different from other questions?
Inverse.
Yeah, see, you're right. Okay, so for inverse, right, used to be y equal f of x, right? The point on y equal f of x was 0, 5. But now it changed it into x equal f of y. So you got to do inverse first. And then everything else will be applied to the inverse point. Okay, remember inverse always happens first. So to get the points for the inverse, what do we need to do, Trudy? How do we get points on inverse?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
If I want to get points on the inverse, what do we do?
You change the x and you switch the x and the y.
So now the point will be
5/0.
yeah, 5, 0. Okay, and then everything else, your story will be applied to the 5, 0. Okay, so now you can turn it into story form. So the story form for this, right? Instead of moving things to the y side, we are moving things to the x side, right? Anything movable to the left, you move it over, right? So for this one, it will be x over -1. Now for the inside, how do we get a story form, Ire?
You move things and then do things to get another answer.
Okay, so what's inside the story form for you?
Y minus 2 over -1.
Okay, very good. That's correct. Is there anyone want to know? Does anyone need to know how to get the story form here? Because this is the result, right? But does anyone have problem getting here? Then I can write more steps. Okay, you got to be honest with me, okay? Otherwise you lose your chance. You got to tell me, then I can write it out, okay? Anyone? Let's go. Okay, so if no trouble, right? All we need to do is just take the points, take the number underneath, right? So again, we have two reflection. Reflection over x, reflection over y. So next, after that, the points after reflection, you times it by negative. So it'll be -5 and -1. Sorry, negative, no -1, 0. Right, because 0 times -1 is still 0, right? And then we have a translation. Okay, which way are we translating? Eric?
Up by 2.
Yeah, up by 2. Okay, so it will become -5 and then 0 plus 2. So it should be this. Oh, you guys are pretty close. Well, we have a 5, 2, right? And then quite a few got 0, -3. Okay, may I know how you get the 0, -3 so I know what's a common mistake?
Oh, we just forgot to switch it before we applied this stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so you see that's the common, right? So remember, whenever you see inverse, all the story is always applied to the inverse, right? So you got to swap the points. Okay, so I hope you learn from this example, right? Okay, so let's cross that out. Very good. All right, last one. Let's check some answer now. Cindy, what's your answer for D?
-1/2, 3/2.
-1/2, 3/2. Yeah. Okay. Ire?
2, 3.5.
2 and 3.5. Okay, 3.5. So 3/2 is at 1.5, right? This is 3.5. Okay, Trudy?
I don't know.
You must have something.
Yeah, but I know it's wrong now because I got
worry,
the
yeah.
other one.
It's okay, right? Because right now we have two different answers. You have a third one, A different one?
I didn't even use the same for the same. I know I did wrong. So
Okay, well, I give you some time to try, okay? Check your
yeah.
form, okay? William, what about you?
I got similar to Eriz, but like I got 1/2 and then 3.5.
Oh, okay, so it's kind of like combination of
I don't know if you're supposed to flip the 1/2 with the x.
Okay, yeah, so the problem will be the story form, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Eric?
I got 2 and 3.5.
2 and 3.5. Okay, so agree with the erasure. Okay, so let's check, okay? See if you get the story form correct. So the things that can be moved to the y side, okay, William, which numbers can be moved to the y side?
+1 and 1/2.
Okay, so on the left side, it will become, after you move,
Y minus 1/1/2.
yeah, very good. Okay, so for this time, I'm gonna do it slowly, right? Okay, so if you have 1/2 x, okay, the common mistake is just grab the 1/2 and move it down. But in fact, you need to put it together, right? If you go back to the story form on the last page, right, we had a conclusion, right? So take a look at that page. The inside the f, it must be one single fraction, right? It must combine together. So you must make sure they are together. Right now, the question you have 1/2 x minus 1. So you got to combine them first. So to subtract fractions, we need to get common denominator, right? So you can write it as x/2 minus 2/2, right? 1 is like 1/1. And then after that, you have x minus 2/2. Okay, and left side is 1/2. Okay, so this should be your story form to apply the points. So William, did you get the same story form?
I changed it now. I had x minus 1/2. So that's why I got the 1/2.
Minus 1. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. Okay. So you say you have something like this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So okay, so now you have the story form. All you need to do is just grab the number underneath, right? That's the stretching and expanding and compression, right? And then you just apply the points. And we are applying to 0, 5. Okay, so there's no reflection. Horizontal expand by 2. So 0 times 2 is still 0, right? And then 5 times 1/2 will be 2.5, right? Half of 5. And then translation. What kind of translation do we have, Cindy?
Translate up 1, right 2.
Yeah, very good. Okay, so the new point should be right 2, so you add 2, right? Up 1, so you add 1 to the 2.5, so it should be 3.5. Okay, so very good. Okay, all of you, you tried it, even though if you get wrong, right? It's a good try, right? At least you have the courage, right, to share your answer, right? And then you can find out where you did wrong. Okay. Right, so let's move on. Right now, you know how to transform a single point. Then all we need to do for the graph is just to transform more points. That's all. Right? So make sure you know how to get the story form correct, and then the rest will come easy. All right. So we'll try one question here. A and B are similar, and we are just gonna do question B. Okay. And for the graph on the left side, okay, what do you think it looks like? The shape. Donna, what do you think that shape look like? Does it look like an animal?
A caterpillar.
Oh, okay, yeah, kind of, okay. Yeah, so you can think of it in the other classes, okay, some students say this looks like a dinosaur in the lake, right? So here's the head, right? And then here's the lake, okay? So you can transform. So we're going to move this dinosaur around, right? To different places. So to start, you need to get important points for this shape. You go from left to right. For example, this point, right? The first one on the left side, that one will be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So -5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. -5, 5. All right, and then you can continue from left to right. All the bending places are important. So another one will be here, right? Highest point will be here, and then this is another bending, right? And then another one. Okay, so total 5 points. So once you get the table down, please raise your hand. Raise your hand if you have the 5 points, okay, for the basic. Okay, -2, -1. Next one is 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, -1. 5, 6, 6, -1. Okay, this should be the easy part, so I won't ask you, right? Okay, then does everybody agree with the table here? Okay, so now the next part I need you to do is to get a story form, okay? So I want to make sure everybody can get the same story form before you continue get the points. So once you get a story form, please raise your hand, okay? And then I'm going to make a comic strip, right? To predict or to double check what's gonna happen at the end, right? To double check your final answer. So the beginning graph, it looks like this. Okay, raise your hand if you have the story form. Okay, let's double check the story form. Okay, Trudy, what's the story form that you have? Trudy? Are you there, Trudy? Can you hear me? Okay, Donna, what's your story form?
It's y minus 1 over negative 1 equals f bracket x minus 2 over negative 1 over 2 bracket.
Okay, does anybody disagree that have a different one?
I didn't move the -1.
Say that again?
I didn't move the -1 for the F.
Oh, you mean this part?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that one is like -1 times f, right? So -1 is outside. So if it's outside, you have to move it over. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Anything that's in the bracket, then they have to do with the x, so they will stay. Any other questions on how to get the story form? Do you need me to show steps how to get here? Let me know, okay, and then I can show step by step. Okay, if not, we're going to look at the comic, okay, to predict what's gonna happen. So here we start with R, okay, we have two reflections. Let's say we have a reflection over x-axis, okay, this negative. This negative means reflection over x-axis. So I need to flip upside down, right? So it looks something like this. This dinosaur is drowning, right? Like that, okay, or diving, right? And then we have another reflection, right? Remember, you have to go in order. First, we take care of all the reflection, right? So there's a second reflection. First one is the x-axis, and then you have y-axis. So flip left and right, right? So the used to be the head, it will go to the head on the left, it will go to the right side. So flip over, right? Y-axis. And then the half is horizontally compressed, right? Horizontal compressed means we are pushing this way, right? You see the two arrows, we're squeezing the dinosaur, right? Sideways. And then we have a one. One means it doesn't do anything. There's no vertical stretch. So it becomes skinny, right? You can make it more narrow. It's still the same height, right? Because it doesn't get vertical change. Okay, so you just get narrow. And then we get translation. This translation is going to the right by 2, right? And then going up 1. So right and up. So we just kind of something like this. Okay, make sure you know how to make comic. So then at the end, if you get a graph, right, you can double check if it makes sense. Okay, so we expect to get this graph at the end. So please go ahead, right, apply the points of the basic and get the new points. Okay, after that, you just connect the points one by one. So once you finish the final graph, please raise your hand. Okay. Does anyone need hints for getting points? How's everybody doing? Have you all got the table yet? William, have you finished the table?
I tried it once, but I got the wrong thing on the graph. So
The
I'm restarting.
The shape doesn't match.
Yeah, it's in quadrant 3 instead of 4.
Quadrant.
Wait, no, it's in quadrant 4 instead of 1.
Okay. Yeah, so it will be moving to the right and up, right? So it should be like mostly in quadrant 1. Probably will have something in quadrant 4, okay? Anyone has trouble, or you can tell me what you did, right? To check if you are doing it right. You can tell me. Let's check one point, okay? Let's check negative 5, 5, right? The first point, negative 5, 5, where does it go? Okay, Iray, can you tell me where is negative 5, 5 end up?
I don't know if it's correct, so
It's okay, we'll check.
4.5 negative 4.
4.5 and negative 4. Okay, does anybody get different or the same? Different point for the first point, the head of the dinosaur. Does everybody agree with this point? Well, no one rejects, okay, so I guess you are correct. Let's take a look, right? The y part, well, look at the y, right? All the y needs to time negative 1, right? Times by negative, so it become negative 5, and then move up 1, right? Looking at the story, it's moving up. So negative 5 plus 1 will be negative 4, yeah? So the y is good. And then the x, you need to times it by negative half, so basically it become positive. positive 2.5. And positive 2.5, after that, we need to move it to the right. So you add 2. Right, 2.5 adds 2. So it's okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So first point is good. So, or what you can do, right? If you're afraid you will forget what to do with the points, you can write it out, the process, right? What to do. Like the y needs to times it by negative, so I can write negative y. And then moving up, so I will add 1, right? Moving up by 1. So that way I know I need to take the y times negative and plus 1. And then for the x, you can write it as negative half x, right? All the x times it by negative half. Move it to the right by 2, so plus 2. Okay, so that way you won't forget what to do, right, for each one. Okay, if you finish the graph, so in the homework, you will get similar things like this, okay? I will be giving you a different graph, and then you need to draw the new graph afterwards, right? So you could, let me show you the page, right? So it'll be something like this one. This is a mountain, right? Question 7. And then you need to show me where it goes after it moves. Right? Is it the same function? It's a bit different, yeah, okay. Yeah, so I'll be assigning number 7, okay? 7 will be the kind of question I will give you. Okay, so make sure you understand how to do this here, okay? Let me know if any step you're not sure. Okay, let's check second point. Okay, Tiana, what do you have for second point?
3 and 2.
3 and 2. Okay. William, how are you doing? Have you fixed it? Your graph?
Maybe I got -1 and -1 for the
Or
next
the
one.
third one?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know if it's right though.
Okay.
I think I'm losing my mind.
You are losing your mind. How come?
Like for the last point, I
Uh-huh.
got -1 and 2.
The final one?
Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
-1 and 2. Well, William agrees, right?
but like it doesn't look like the.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it at all.
Okay. Does anybody get different points? So far on the table, does anyone get different ones?
Wait, how did you get -1 and 2 for the last one?
Yeah, how did you get it, William? -1 and 2.
Because I got 5 and 2.
5 and 2.
5 and 2.
5 and 2. It looks different though.
Okay. Trudy, what about the fourth point? What do you have?
I have 0.
0 and what?
0 and 2.
0 and 2. Okay, anybody disagree with any of the points here?
For the third one, I got 1.5 -1.
1.5 negative 1. Any others? Cindy, how about you? How's your table like?
Oh, I got the same, but I'm not sure if it's right.
Same as which one?
The
Do you have the one in the brackets or in the table?
of the ones in the brackets, except I have -1 and 1
-1 and 1.
instead of the 1.5.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah, so let's double check now, okay? So I guess if you don't get the right points, the graph will match, right? So let's do all the y. The way I do it is I do all the y first. Will be easier on the mind, right? Instead of jumping x and then do the y and then back to x and back to y, right? I do all the y first. So all the y needs to times negative and add 1. So I'm checking the second point now, okay? So -1 times negative, so 1 plus 1 will be 2. Yeah, that's good. Okay, that point is good. That one is good. And then 2 times negative, so -2 plus 1 should be -1. So this should be -1, right? Should be this one, -1. And then -1 times -1 will be 1. 1 plus 1 will be 2. Yeah, that's good. Right? And then we have negative, yeah, so that next one should be the same, right? Also -1. All right, so now the x part needs to times it by -½ right? So if I have -2 times -½ will be +1. +1 plus 2 will be 3. Okay, so it should be 3, 2. That's good. And then 1 times -½ will be -½ plus 2. Right, -0.5 plus 2 should be 1.5. So it should be this one, right? Should be the 1.5. And then next one is the 4. 4 times -½ is -2 plus 2 should be 0. Yeah, 0 is good. Okay, finally, the last one. 6 times -½ will be -3. Right? -3 plus 2 should be what, Yurei? -3 plus 2.
-1.
Yeah, okay, so that's where it shouldn't be 5, right? Yeah, 6 times -½ and then plus 2. Okay, so all the tick ones are the correct ones. Okay, so I'm gonna erase this point. Oops. And then follow the table and then we will connect the points, all right? Connect the dot. It should work, right? It should get the same shape. So let's see.
What?
Huh?
Are you sure?
Really? It doesn't work?
I got the same thing. Well, somewhat same thing.
Okay. 4.5 -4. So it'll be down here. So this is the head, right? The head of the dinosaur. 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 2 will be up here. 1.5 -1. So it'll be here. Right? 0, 2. Right? And then -1, 2. -1, 2. So you follow the dots, right? Follow the order. And then here's the hump. Right? And then here's the tail. Right? So it looks similar to the graph. Except of course the head should be longer, right? I didn't draw, we are just drawing a rough sketch what it looks like. But the comic, right, it matches the comic. Make sense? Yeah, Donna?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, so I think let's take a break now, okay? After the break, we'll start the new things, okay? And right now it's 3 after 6, so I will see you guys at 6:18. Okay? Yeah, if you have question about anything on this page, stay after, right? I'll be here.